So if you type this query, you're going to see the best CPA marketing that people are promoting and making money with. And so, for instance, if I type top 10 survey junkie, I'm going to see lists. 14 best survey sites in 2020, 25 best survey sites in 2020, best survey sites revealed. And so how do I know that these people are making money with it? Well, it's very, very simple, right? Here's the actual page. And all you have to do is go to similarweb.com and type that domain in there. So once I type it in, you can see that this site is getting a ton of traffic. It's getting almost 500,000 visits in October, and it used to get even more than that. And so this site is getting some serious traffic, almost 500,000, 490,000 visits in October. Now you may be wondering, okay, which pages are getting the traffic? Is it that page in question? Is it some other page? Actually, it's very easy to find out too. Simply go to ubersuggest.com and you can type the name of this domain, and you are going to see that it also is getting that much traffic, 352,000 according to Ubersuggest and almost 1 million according to SimilarWeb. So I would guess it's somewhere in between those two numbers. And this is the most interesting thing. If you go into top pages by traffic, you're going to see the top pages that are getting the most organic traffic. And as you can imagine, maybe this is a surprise to some of you. I didn't really expect this. It's actually this page, 14 best survey sites in 2020. And these are all the pages. So this specific page got 42,000 visits in a month. So maybe last month, and has 65 backlinks. So not that many backlinks actually. And then you have these pages sorted in descending order by the number of visits they received in that month. So if that site is getting around 400,000 visits per month, this page is getting about 10% of that, which is pretty decent. So you can bet if they're getting so much traffic, they are promoting offers that they're making money with. And so what we're going to be doing in today's video is we're going to be reverse engineering their strategy, and we're going to be implementing the same strategy as they're doing. We're going to be building the same kind of offers. We're going to be promoting very, very similar offers, but we're going to be doing it in a different way. We're going to be building an app that's going to be pulling data using the data that they have here. We're going to be storing this data, and that way we can modify this data, because in MaxBounty, offers come and go. So it makes a lot of sense to quickly modify the data, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. And so the first thing that you want to do, you want to scroll down. If you scroll down, you're going to see this summary here, right? And this is extremely, extremely helpful for us, because it says quick summary top survey sites. And before you can actually get the data, you need to go to Google and you need to type Chrome plugin scraper. And this is a plugin that I use all the time. It's a free plugin. You can just click here. And this is what it looks like. It has this very, very simple logo. It has 100,000 plus users, so I'm obviously not the only one using it. And what you want to do is you want to install it into your Chrome browser. I use this plugin several times each and every day, so it's a very, very helpful plugin. And in many of my videos, I talk about methods where I use this plugin as well. So you want to install this plugin. It's a completely free plugin. Once you install it, you can go back to this site, and once you're in the quick summary, top survey sites, and this is really helpful, and many of these sites have these quick summaries. What you want to do is you want to pick a column. So we're going to start with the site column. You want to hover over this. You want to right click, and you want to choose scrape similar. Once you do that, you're going to see two columns here. You're going to see all 14 offers, and this is 14 best survey sites. It starts with Survey Junkie and adds in valued opinions. So we have Survey Junkie all the way to valued opinions. And right away, very, very quickly, we were able to get the whole column. We don't need this. This is not, these are internal links on the page. They're not useful for us. And so to remove this second column, all you need to do is click this red minus sign. Once I click it, then I have to click on scrape, and now it's gone. Once we only have one column, you want to click copy to clipboard, and you want to go into Google Sheets, and you want to start a new sheet that looks something like this. I'm basically mimicking their own table on the side. So let's take a look at this table. We have site, average payout, payment method, minimum to cash out. And the other column they have, which is kind of not very evident here, is the URL, because these are all URLs, internal links. That summary table is actually part of a longer article here, and we're not going to be doing that just yet. We're going to be linking directly to the offer from here, right? So we have Survey Junkie, all of this. So we need another column for the URL. So if you look at this Google Sheet, I already created it for you. I took all the data here. I took the site, average payout, payment method, minimum to cash out, using the technique that I just showed you. And then I put a sample URL of MaxBounty. Obviously, this URL is going to be your link URL. So you're going to go into your MaxBounty campaign, or you're going to go into other CPA network if you're not in MaxBounty, and you're going to generate a link. And for all of these offers, and I think the majority of the offers are in MaxBounty, if not all of them are in MaxBounty. You can double check, but I believe almost all of them are in MaxBounty. You will be able to generate a contextual link. Once you do that, you're going to have a table that looks something like this. You're going to have 15 rows and 5 columns. And that's 14 rows, 14 records if you do not count the first header row. Once you have that, the next thing that you want to do is you want to sign up to this tool called Sheety.co. And what this tool allows you to do is that it allows you to take your Google Sheets and expose it as data to third-party apps, programs, different things. And you can do very, very interesting things with this data, which I'm going to show you in a second. So this is the easiest tool in the world, because when you sign up, when you actually get to the main page, you're gonna have a prompt that says sign in with Google. And once you finish doing this sheet here, you want to sign in using the account, the same account that you basically created this affiliate program document in Google. Once you do that, you're gonna have something that I have here. This is a name of the project here. I have various projects, and if I click on this project, I have 3 sheets. And if I go to this spreadsheet here, I have 3 sheets as well. I have sheet 1, sheet 2, and MaxBounty offers. What you want to do is you want to pick your sheet. You're probably only going to have 1 sheet, so you might not have sheet 1 and sheet 2, but you are going to have this sheet here, depending on what you named it. You're going to pick it here, and you're gonna enable retrieve rows from your sheet. You're going to enable the get request, and you're going to disable everything else, which is how it will be on default settings. And you're going to have this URL. Now, this URL gives you the data right away. So you can open this URL, and right away, you're seeing records in kind of a weird format that are the same records that are retrieved from your Google Sheet. And this format is actually called JSON. And this is a format that a lot of apps use. Pretty much every app that you can think of, including WordPress, has extensions where it can understand. It can read this format, it can write in this format. So this is very, very helpful to us, because we are going to be interfacing your spreadsheet with another tool that's going to make use of this specific JSON format. So once you're done, you want to go and load up a tool called bubble.io. And this is what the tool is going to look like. If you go to the main page, so if I click on the main page, this is what the tool is going to look like. It's going to have this logo here. And this is one of the easiest tools in order to create an app without writing a single line of code. So you can create very, very powerful apps. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you an app that you can easily create here that I'm going to be doing in some of the future videos. That's going to help your conversion substantially. And by the way, a quick note. If you are interested in learning how to use these tools, learning the technical aspects, understanding how they work, check out my second channel in the description below, where I talk about specifically about using these tools and using many other tools. So if you're interested in something like this, making something deeper, more sophisticated kind of apps, definitely check out my second channel. All right, having said that, we're going to have all these apps, and I'm going to show you the app that I built that's using the data in the spreadsheet in order to make the whole experience a lot better. So I'm going to open this app here. I have this app called CPA Offers, and I actually have it open here. This is the result. And we're going to open the initial app here so you can take a look how I built it. And this is very, very easy to build. It took me like 20 minutes to build it, if even that. Probably took me 15 minutes to build it. And once you set it up, you're not going to see the screen. You're going to see a couple of other things, a couple of other elements. And let me quickly show you how you can build this app. The first thing you have to do is you have to go into plugins. You have to go and you have to click on add plugins. Once you click on add plugins, you can type API in there. Once you click API, once you type API, you have to install this API connector. As you can see, I already installed it, so that's why it's saying that there's uninstall, so I already have it. And I only have a couple of plugins here. This is the only plugin that I installed. Once you install this plugin, you're going to click on add another API. Once you do that, it's going to open up to something like this. I called it Google Sheets, no authentication. And then you can add another call. Since you won't have any calls, you have to click on add a new call. Once you do that, you're going to see this screen. And what you want to do is you want to, right here for this get field, for this field, you want to put get. And for this, you want to put the URL that you got in Sheety. You want to put this URL in there, because this tool, instead of showing you something like this, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, it's not very human readable, it's going to take this data and it's going to format it in a very, very nice way. So you're going to put that URL in there and you're going to type reinitialize call. For you, it's going to be initialize call. For me, it's reinitialize because I already initialized it. And as you can see, we have view sheets, which is something that I called this API call in the interface a second ago, but the name of the sheet is MaxBounty offer. We have that. So we have that set up. And right away, as you can see, it went and got the data. And so we have site, average payout, payment method, minimum to cash out, URL, and ID. It got all the data. And we can click on save. And now this tool understands how to use this data and what to make sense of it, which is very, very powerful. It's even more than building a regular website, because now we are querying this data in real time and we are displaying it. But later on, I will show you some ways that you can make it even more and more interesting. And so now you click on design and you're going to see this title here. I have the best offers to make money from home. And this table is generated automatically. And so what you want to do is when you are designing it, you want to click on elements tree and you're going to see all your elements. I have my group here, group B. I have my repeating group. And this is called a repeating group because it's taking the data from the Google Sheet and it's repeating it as many rows are there in Google Sheet. So for instance, this specific sheet has 14 rows because the name of the blog article is 14 best survey sites in 2020. And so as a result, we do not know ahead of time how many rows there are going to be. And that's why it's called repeating group. And inside this repeating group, we have fields. And so this field, so if we click on this repeating group, you will see that it's connected to View Sheets MaxBounty. And this is displaying MaxBounty offers, which is kind of the name of the sheet. It's MaxBounty offers here, MaxBounty offers is the name of the sheet if you remove the spaces and put all the words together. And as a result, we're getting data and we can display it very, very quickly and easily. And now for the categories, for the actual fields, we have site, right? So if we click on this, you can pick MaxBounty offer and then you can pick site. Remember, we have several fields. We have the site, we have average payout, payment method, minimum to cash out, URL, and the ID is actually generated by this tool. This is not something to concern us. We have 5 fields, which is exactly how many fields we have in our Google document. So it's getting all this data and showing it to us correctly. And all we have to do is map it. So I took all the text fields, I placed them, I dragged text field like this, and I clicked on it, and then I chose that this is going to be MaxBounty offers site. I go in here, this is MaxBounty offers average payout, this is payment method, and last but not least, it's a button that starts a workflow. And if you click on the Start Edit Workflow, you can see that the workflow has one step, and this is to open an external website, which is MaxBounty offers. We click on that URL, okay? So that's kind of what we want. We want them to pick the offers. We want them to see the offers. And then if they're ready to sign up for an offer, we want them to click and sign up. And so if we run this app, If we go into design and we click on preview, you're gonna see this app working in real time. It's getting this data as you see. So this data is live. We have not built a web page. This is not a WordPress site. This is not a WordPress page. This is nothing like that. This is an actual app. And there's so many things that we can do with it that is very much beyond what I'm showing you here. But this is a great start because now we have this data here and there's so many things that we can do with it. And to show you that this data is actually tied to our Google Sheets, we can modify it. So if I go to our affiliate program, let's say I modify Survey Junkie, I add 2020 to it. Okay, I just created a new site, Survey Junkie 2020. We go back here and we refresh the API and it's gonna say 2020. As you can see, we just refreshed it. And now if we go back to our site, we're gonna refresh it. We're gonna see 2020 as again. So as you can see, this is live data. And anytime you modify it in Google Sheets, it's gonna be reflected here. And this is very useful for adding new offers. So for instance, I can add a new offer without messing with the code, without messing with the design. So let me show how that's done. Let's say I want to add a new one. I'm just going to copy and paste it. I'm going to call it Valued Opinions 2020. I'm going to leave everything the same just to show you Valued Opinions 2020. We're going to go back to Sheety and we're going to refresh this and we're going to see Valued Opinions 2020 at the bottom. And if we refresh this, we're going to see another row all the way at the bottom as well. And we don't really need to recode or edit HTML or build the site. This is very, very powerful method. And so there's lots of things that you can do. Let me show you something very powerful that I plan to do in some of the future videos. Take a look at this amazing calculator, the Ultimate Survey Time to Points ROI Calculator. Once you're signed up and ready to take surveys, use the ROI calculator to prioritize surveys to complete. The key to success is to only take surveys that have the highest time to point payout ratio. It's important to identify the surveys that will pay the most of the least amount of time. And this is fantastic. And this is exactly what I'm going to be doing in some of the future videos using this tool that I just showed you. And so this is how the calculator works. Let's say I pick swag bucks. And I say, how many reward points does it say you'll get? And I say 200. And I say, how many minutes does it say the survey will take to complete? This survey pays 12 per hour. Let's say I increase the minutes and the payment decreases by half. Let's say I do it again, it's by 4 per hour. Let's say I go to 10. Let's say I pick another one and this one is actually 1200 per hour. And I say, okay, and I modify it. How many rewards points does it say you'll get? 20. And I say there's a survey club, 20 points for 10 minutes. I'm getting $100, $120 per hour. Now imagine implementing this on your own website. Well, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing in one of the future videos. And imagine how much value you can show it to people. You can advertise this calculator. You can present it in so many ways. And nobody else is doing it except this website probably. And so in one of the future videos, this is exactly what I'll be doing. If you're interested in watching that future video, well, I will show you how to build this calculator and even share with you this template that I used to build it, then definitely subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you do not miss this important video. Additionally, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Make sure you smash a like on this video if you enjoyed it, you learned something new, you've gotten value. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely stay tuned for one of the future videos where I will show you how to build this calculator and I will also give you a template. But meanwhile, you can sign up for this tool and start playing with it using my link below. It's a free tool. They have a generous free plan. There's no need to pay anything right now, so it's not going to cost you anything. I'm using the free plan right now as well. All right, guys. So once again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.